Katrina, what do you think you're doing applying for annual leave next week?
Good morning, boss. I'm so sorry for the short notice. My father passed away suddenly early this morning. I have to take a few days off to deal with all the arrangements, so I've applied for bereavement leave.
What do you mean by bereavement leave?
Oh, I think it's sometimes called compassionate leave. It's not paid or anything, but it was in my contract.
You do realize that we're going through our busiest period of the year right now. I'm not approving any leave at the moment, as a rule.
Yes, I'm sorry. I realize the timing is really bad, but I'm an only child and my mother will really be relying on me to sort out a lot of the details. She's not in good health herself. I'll make sure I leave instructions for all of my contracts. I think if the team shares out the work, it'll get done, and I'll get back as soon as I can.
When is the funeral?
The funeral is the day after tomorrow, but I have so much to do before then. And there's a will reading this afternoon. There's a lot to organize. I didn't realize.
Okay, well, for the rest of this week, I'll be visiting your office at random times to check if you're there and working. I don't care what your excuse is. I won't allow anyone to take time off under any circumstances this week.
But, Mr. Kingsley, it's in my contract. I'm not asking you to pay me. But if I can't help with the preparations, my mom will have to do everything and she's already under so much stress. You can't violate the terms of my contract like this. I've been working at your company for more than 5 years. I have rights.
It's not my responsibility to look after your mother if your father suddenly decides to die and leave her in a mess or whatever the problem is. We can't afford for anyone to take leave at this time of year, and that's final.
Are you serious? I'm pretty sure I'm legally entitled to bereavement leave for a member of my close family.
Yes, of course I'm serious. How dare you speak to your employer like that?
I'm not trying to be rude, but I think that even the CEO of the company should have some consideration for his employees. Perhaps because you are the CEO, it's more necessary for you to exercise some understanding when things like this happen. You said my mother's feelings aren't your responsibility, but can you take responsibility for the things you've said to me just now? Are you denying me my bereavement leave?
I've already said I won't allow anyone to take any time off in the next week. You like to talk big for a lowly sales assistant, don't you? If you talk to me like that, it just makes me less likely to accept your request. In fact, I think if I find that you've taken any time off in the next week, you'll be fired on the spot.
You can't do that!
Katrina, sweetie, are you on your way yet? What time do you think you'll get here? Jay is here already, and your dad's solicitor and everyone. We're waiting for you so that we can read the will.
Hey, Mom. I'm not sure what to do. I just got home from work. I had to work overtime and everything. It's already pretty late to set off now.
I thought you said you'd finish early today. What's wrong, darling?
My boss won't let me have the time off. He says the timing is too bad because it's our busiest time of year. I was going to drive over to your place this morning, but I'm not sure I can get back in time for work tomorrow. And if I take the day off on Thursday, I might get fired. He said he'd come to the office and check if I was there or not.
That doesn't sound right. I thought you said there was something about bereavement leave in your contract. How can he be so mean? Is that the new CEO you mentioned that started there around half a year ago?
Yeah. His father was CEO, but he had some trouble with his health and he decided to take early retirement and let his son take over.
Oh, I see. It doesn't sound like the son is much good. You better be careful he doesn't run the company into the ground with an attitude like that. Can you hold on a minute? Jay is talking to me. I can't listen and type at the same time. He says, why don't you just ignore him and take the funeral day off anyway? He says not to worry about it and you'll be fine. Oh, now he's saying you should just quit that place. I don't really know what he's talking about, but he seems to have an idea.
I should quit? I don't understand.
Maybe you should talk to Jay about it yourself before you decide.
What kind of ideas does he have?
I don't know. But if this guy won't allow your bereavement leave, that's basically an insult to your father's memory. It's leaving a bad taste in my mouth. I think perhaps there isn't a good reason for you to keep working at a company like that. If he doesn't have the compassion to let you take a day off at a time like this, what else is he capable of? He sounds like an unscrupulous man. Perhaps you should get out of there anyway, regardless of whatever it is Jay is thinking. Drive yourself home tonight and you can stay over here like we planned. If anyone mentions it, tell them you've quit without notice because the CEO violated your contract. I just think that with your skills, you won't have any trouble finding another position, will you?
I guess I can probably find a new job pretty quickly. There's a company that offered me a position a few months ago. I could get back in touch with them. But I think I should go to work tomorrow morning and drop off my resignation letter. I think it'll be better for me in the long run if I do it properly. I'll drive over to yours after that.
Okay, sweetie. Whatever you think is best. We'll read the will, and you can look at it with us again tomorrow. Katrina! Where have you gone? Why have I got a resignation letter from you on my desk? You can't leave in the middle of the day like that. You are required to work your notice period. As stated in your contract, it is 4 weeks. I expect you to return to work immediately. Get back to me as soon as you see this, please.
Hi, Mr. Kingsley. Can I help you? I'm really busy today with the arrangements for my father's funeral and going through his will with the solicitors. Can you make it brief?
How can you think it's okay for you to just resign without notice over this? Your resignation letter is not valid because it isn't in accordance with the terms of your contract. This business is all your thoughtless father's fault. He should have died at a more convenient time. Do you think there's anything important to read in your useless father's will? Aren't you poor? It's totally unacceptable for you to take time off for a funeral. This company will not allow such ridiculous indulgences.
Can I assume that you're speaking as a representative of your company right now? Are those the values your company holds officially?
Of course. This is my company and I say what goes on here.
I'm just asking because when your father was CEO, he didn't seem to have such unreasonable opinions. At least he didn't force them on his employees like this.
I don't know what this company was like when my dad was CEO, and I don't care. I'm the boss now, so you have to live by my rules if you want to work here. If you don't abide by my rules, then you'll get fired.
But I've handed in my resignation, which specifically says that I don't want to work there. So you can't fire me because I've already quit. You're not very smart, are you? Was that all you wanted to say to me? Like I said, I'm busy today. I'll be in touch at a more convenient time.
Katrina! You're still not here. I thought I told you that you'd need to work your notice, including this week. Don't tell me you've gone to that ridiculous funeral. I expect you to respond immediately when you see this message.
Hello. Yes, I'm at my father's funeral right now, and I really do not appreciate your interruption. We have just finished burying my father, and we are on our way to the wake. I hope you won't bother me further today.
Don't be insolent with me, Katrina. Please leave as soon as possible and return to the office. I can't have one of my employees absent at such an important time. Do you understand me? Return to the office straight away. If you don't show your face at all today, consider yourself dismissed.
I've already handed in my resignation and told you I don't intend to work the notice period. Why are you still messaging me about this? I honestly don't care if you think you're firing me or not. I'm not going back to that office now or at any time.
Like I said, your resignation letter is not valid because you violated the terms of your contract.
I take it you haven't read the letter then? I left it on your desk where it would be in full view when you arrived.
What's so special about this letter? I just assumed it was an apology for being so rude and offensive to me.
Oh, that's what you thought, is it? I wonder why you think I would be the one apologizing to you. No, there's no apology in there. Actually, if you had read it, you would know that letter specifically details how you were the first to violate my contract, meaning that I could consider it void and would no longer be required to work my notice period.
I don't see why it should be void just because I violated it first. I'm the boss, so I get to say what your contract means.
That's not true. We both have to follow the contract. Otherwise, there wouldn't be any point in having one, would there?
Well, never mind that. Why have you been trying so hard to stay at the top of the leaderboard for sales if you were just going to quit the company? Are you sure this isn't all just an elaborate plan to get my attention? Do you want me to notice you and give you a pay rise or something? Are you going to try and seduce me once you've got me interested in you? I don't know any other women who work that hard unless they want something from the boss.
You're actually unbelievable.
Isn't that why you've always made an effort with your makeup and clothes when you knew you'd be in a meeting with me? And you always bring your lunch from home and offer to share your home-baked cookies and things like that. It's obvious what you're after. That's why I'm treating you like this. I thought I would teach you to put your husband's wishes above every other concern.
I don't know what to say. How can you seriously be thinking those things? I'm just good at what I do. That's why I have a good sales record. You're just seeing the results of honest hard work. And I bring my own lunch and snacks that I made because they're healthier than store-bought things. And my husband likes them.
Is this your imaginary husband you're talking about now?
No, my actual husband. The man I'm married to.
Seriously? I didn't realize you were married.
You obviously don't realize a lot of things about me. I have a child as well.
Right. I didn't mean to imply anything, okay?
Oh, so now you know I'm married. You're afraid of my husband finding out what you were suggesting, aren't you?
I really didn't mean anything by it. It was just a joke. I didn't really think you were trying to seduce me.
But if you didn't know I was married, I'm guessing you also didn't know who I married to, did you?
Of course not. I don't know anything about you. And I don't need to. We can just consider this matter closed now, if you like.
Oh, thanks. That's thoughtful of you. Do you mean I can go back to my father's funeral now?
Yeah, you know what? I really don't care. Go ahead and enjoy your father's funeral. If you're already married, you're totally replaceable. I can find plenty of women who want to marry a CEO.
I'm sure you can. But you might have more trouble finding a woman who wants to marry you with that attitude.
Don't start acting as though you think you're better than me. Now that we've established you don't work for me anymore, that makes you unemployed, doesn't it? Good luck with that. You've embarrassed me, so I could easily send word round to my friends in the industry and make sure you don't get hired by anyone else in this town. Aren't you going back to the funeral yet?
I do want to, but now that I've got you here, I think we might as well clear up some stuff. First of all, my husband wants me to let you know that your contract is suspended.
Excuse me? What contract? I don't understand what you mean.
You'll probably hear officially at some point in the future, but your company's ongoing contract with Freeman Materials has been suspended. My husband is the CEO of Freeman. He said he'll be taking his business elsewhere from next month.
Your husband is Jay Freeman? That's impossible.
You do know my surname, don't you?
Yes, but it's a pretty common name. There was no reason to think you were connected.
Well, now you know.
But Freeman Materials is one of our biggest clients. I don't think we can do without them.
You'll just have to try. I mean, today was my father's funeral, and he used to be one of the managing directors of Freeman. So I think if you had any respect for your clients, you'd have been here yourself. Your father is here. He came specifically to express his condolences to me and said he thought his son would have been here as well. He said he left a message with your secretary about it. Didn't you hear?
No, I told my secretary not to bother me with anything that wasn't urgent. I guess she assumed it wasn't. She's fired as well.
You can't make her take responsibility for that mistake. You should take all your messages and not try to make your secretary decide which ones are important. Actually, I just want to make it clear. The reason your contract with Freeman is suspended is not because of the way you treated me or anything you said to me. The only reason I'm communicating it to you over text like this is because your father asked me to. He's with me right now.
My father is reading these messages?
That's right. He heard from my husband about your behavior and he wanted to see it firsthand. He's very disappointed. I'm sorry, but we have to return to the celebration of my father's life now. We'll leave it here for today, but I'm sure one of us will be in touch again soon.
Hold on a moment. Katrina! Mrs. Freeman, whatever. Are you serious about this? Someone from Freeman Materials is here saying that he's notifying us of their intention to cancel our contracts from next month.
That's right. That's just like I told you the other day, isn't it?
Tell them not to cancel.
This company won't survive without those contracts. This is sabotage.
I have nothing to do with the management of Freeman Materials contracts, Mr. Kingsley. There's nothing I can do about it.
You're the wife of the CEO. Don't tell me you don't have any say in what your husband does.
I really don't have any power over it.
Well, then why were you the one telling me about it? If it's nothing to do with you, why are you involved?
I told you at the time, didn't I? I said I realized it wasn't my place to pass that kind of information. My husband and your father were talking together, and when they saw you were texting me, they asked me to give you a message. I was just doing them a favor. That's the end of my involvement. Especially as I no longer work for you, I don't have any responsibility for those contracts. From now on, you'll have to deal with it between yourselves and the representatives from Freeman.
But my father has disowned me because of all this. He says he can't trust me with the company anymore and he wants me completely out of his life.
I think that's fair, actually. Ever since becoming the CEO of your father's business, you've just acted however you please. Your terrible business practices have had a negative effect on your clients as well as on your own organization. Didn't you notice the downswing in profits since you became CEO?
That's because none of you sales assistants were working hard enough. You were the only one who was doing any good.
That's not because the others weren't trying. It's because you were cutting corners and reducing the value and reliability of our products. The reason your contracts with Freeman Materials has been canceled is because they can't rely on the usefulness of your products anymore. They're having trouble fulfilling their own orders because they have to keep sending parts back to your company for maintenance and reimbursements.
Well, thanks to your husband's company, my employees are going to start losing their jobs. They'll be out on the street. Does that make you happy? Those people are all your ex-coworkers. Don't you feel even a little bit sorry for them?
You don't need to worry about that, actually.
Why not?
The sales director has decided to set up his own company, and he'll be able to offer jobs to anyone who wants to join him. Your father is investing what's left of your company into his business. I think a lot of my ex-coworkers are planning on moving to the new company. Your father has also offered to help anyone that doesn't want to work with the new company to find a new job. And he'll pay a month's wages in redundancy pay as well. It sounds pretty expensive, but I think he'll figure out a way to get you to contribute. That's his plan anyway. There shouldn't be anyone out of work or in trouble because of this. Except maybe you.
I see. My father didn't say anything to me about helping me find a new job.
No, I don't expect he did. Oh well, good luck with that. It'll probably be pretty difficult given everyone in the industry knows how incompetent you are.
Can't you help me? Maybe I could work at Freeman Materials. If you talk to your husband, he might be able to find me a position.
I think he'd consider you a liability, actually.
But I'm your boss. I order you to help me.
I don't think you have the right to order anyone to do anything right now. Maybe you should try speaking to your father about it. I have to go now. It's my dad's birthday and I'm going out for dinner with my mom so she doesn't get lonely. Goodbye, Mr. Kingsley.
Wait, you have to help me. Katrina! How dare you ignore me?
My ex-boss showed up at my husband's office the next day begging for a job. He caused such a scene that he had to be removed from the site by security staff. Apparently, he thought he was so talented and sought after in the industry, they should set up a department with him as the manager and pay him $10,000 a month. I think my husband probably laughed in his face. After that, I heard he caused such a disturbance at the local shopping mall that he was arrested for public nuisance or something like that. His father's company was disincorporated shortly afterwards, and the remaining shares and resources were passed to the new business. I'm glad I was able to quit before any of that really kicked off. I'm sure it was really stressful for everyone. But all of my ex-coworkers seem happy at their new jobs now, and I think everyone is fine with the results. My friend says the new boss is way easier to work for. After running his father's company into the ground and getting arrested, Mr. Kingsley had such a bad name for himself in the city that he had to move elsewhere for work. I've heard he hasn't been able to find a regular position and he just does seasonal work at a distribution center outside of town. He'll probably make enough to support himself if he looks after his finances properly. But I expect he won't do that. I was about to start looking for another job when I discovered I was pregnant with my second child. So now I'm putting work on hold again to go back to being a stay-at-home mom.
I'd forgotten how fun it is to be pregnant. I'm really enjoying being able to spend more time with the older child as well, so that's really nice. I'll probably go back to work in the future. But for now, I'm just focusing on looking after my growing family.